We got Dash Sports right here at the Emirates Stadium after Arsenal won or 2-1. Is it a convincing victory for you?
I think first half was very convincing. 2-0 is never a secure scoreline, as we always know in football. 2-0 is a very tricky scoreline because once the other team scores, then it gets a bit nervy. So I felt like we'd done all our work in the first half. But as the temperatures dropped today, so did our performance. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, we managed to get across the line, although they scored late on and it was a bit nervy, but we managed to get across the line with it.
Quickly, let's just get your player ratings today from the goalkeeper to the striker.
I think Raya didn't have not much to do today. As we saw, Wolves obviously scored late on. With that was their only strike on goal at that particular time. So I'll give Raya a solid 7-8 because he didn't really do much. Defensively, Zinchenko. Great offensive work, but it's just the defensive work which lets him down. So just that mistake at the end undone a lot of his good work. So I'll probably give him a 6. Gabi, Magalesh and Saliba, excellent as always. Give them an 8-9 performance because they really didn't really give Wolves a sniff at goal. Tomiyasu, brilliant performance. I'll put him there as one of the man of the match contenders today. It's just a shame that every time he gets into that position of like real consistency, he gets injured. But I'll give him a solid 9. Going into the midfield, Saka, it's a weird one for me this season, man, because it's like he's got the moments of performances, but it's difficult for him because he's getting doubled up a lot this season. But the stats and the numbers don't lie. So he got another goal today, brilliant goal that really got us started. So I'll give him about 7 because he did drop off in the second half. It was a better performance from Odegaard today. I felt like he was on the ball a lot today, so I'll give him a 7 as well. Rice, baby. Rice, baby. Yeah, he doesn't give you anything less than a 7, man. Today I think he was 8. He was excellent in there on his own, battling as per usual. Trossard, I give him a 7. I just feel like when he gets in the middle, he lacks that physicality. Great offensively, but just in the middle, he lacks the physicality. Martinelli, I felt like he had moments today. I think he's also suffering from what Saka's suffering because they're doubling up on him. But it was a solid performance, so I'll give him a 7. And who's left? That is Jesus. Jesus, I felt like he done a lot of the dogged work, man. I do feel sorry for him because obviously he has to work so hard, and by the time he gets in front of goal, which he had a couple of chances to score, I feel like he gets tired a little bit. He snatched at chances, but I'll give him a 7 as well. So I feel like all round, I feel like we've done a lot of the good work in the first half. And just like in football, like when it's 2-0, you kind of relax, foot off the gas a little bit, and then we got punished at the end. But luckily enough, we got the 3 points, and we're still on the top of the league.
Do you think Arsenal should be clinical enough?
So this is when we now start talking about, do we need a striker? I don't know what your thoughts are about in it, but I've been saying it from the back end of last season that we need a striker. Now, the question is, does that interrupt with the way we play right now? That's for the scouting system to find that particular striker. I miss like an Alexis Sanchez, who's like kind of those self-made kind of strikers. So if he's not being fed, he's going to score and he's going to be clinical.
Who do you reckon?
At the moment, for me personally, I want a Vlahovic. I feel like Vlahovic is more expansive. He's more pleasing on the eye when it comes to like ball work and then finishing wise. But there's this talk about Ivan Toney. I don't know if that's going to work out because Brentford are saying 100 mil, and I don't think we got that kind of money in the January. But I would say Vlahovic for me personally.
Going forward, next game against Luton, and in December, tight fixtures. Do you think Arsenal will still remain on top of the table at the end of December?
I think last season there was a big emphasis of just being a top of the table. I think this season we're going to have to be a bit pragmatic about how we go for the league. As long as we're in and around, because it's the busy end that we struggled, and we struggle most times. I feel like if we're in and around there, so we could be first, we could be second, but if we're close contention for the league, that's when we then push on. So as long as we have a good run in December, I don't mind if we're first, second. Yeah, we can push on. So when we get to the business end, that's where I want to see us really, push on.
Last question for me: the Premier League or the Champions League?
Ooh, nah, you've done me dirty there. You've done me dirty. Look, it's been a very, very long time since we've won the Premier League, and that's our bread and butter. So I would love to win the Premier League, and I think more so off the back of last season and how close we were. And this season, last season we were told that this season we wouldn't be able to compete. Oh, it was fluke, it was luck, we was on momentum. So just to kind of stick it to those fans that, the naysayers, I would love the Premier League. But Paris, the heartache of Paris and not winning there, I want to see a Champions League, man, so that we could just shut up all the other rival fans. So I'm going to have to be on the fence a little bit, but, hopefully we can go for either one. Either one.
Trust the process.
We could, either one.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, my brother.
Thank you.